Hello, Internet, and welcome back, finally, to Neon Souls. Thanks for joining us here this lovely Friday evening. We're super excited to finally be back here to play some more Fate in our sci fi swashbuckling adventure. Thanks for staying tuned for the last month while we tried to sort out housing stuff, but we're here in a new space and ready to go. And I'm so glad to be back. But first, announcements before we get started, and so I can vamp so the rest of our cast can get back here. If you like what you see here today, normally we would have a stream on Saturdays. We are not going to have Saturday Night's Mistborn this week because some of the cast isn't going to be available. Unfortunately, we have to wait another 2 weeks for that. So we'll be gone tomorrow again, but you can normally join us for Saturdays on our normal schedule. I think our next stream officially is going to be on Sunday. Savannah has a very panicked look on her face, but I'm just gonna pull the trigger and say
literally
she's
just
running...
thought about the fact that today was Friday.
Yeah, I've been on Friday energy all week, baby.
I've run longer games with less preparation.
Yeah. Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern time, we are going to be playing Slaying 201, which is the monster of the week game. People are mouthing things like I got something wrong.
You said Saturday. It's on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Sunday.
I was just going 201 like I normally do. That's all. No problem.
Okay. I'm just going to, as long as I can get through this with less errors than I did last night, I think we're going to be good. So we'll just
I'm counting.
Strike. So yeah, Sunday, 4 o'clock Eastern time. Come join us for that Monster of the Week. We're confronting our biggest insecurities. I don't remember exactly. Our greatest guilts.
It's a guilt thing.
Yeah, it's a guilt thing.
What isn't?
Yeah. So come watch our characters get traumatized. After that, I think the rest of our schedule this week is pretty much normal. I don't think we're gonna have a stream on Monday. I believe that we won't be back for the Forgotten this week just yet. Still working on some scheduling things for that. So. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let my players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing here tonight. Starting with Morgan.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Morgan, also known as Imaginatrix. It's been a million years since I've done this, so trying to remember what I say next. You can find me here on Fridays and Sundays and Mondays. Don't know what we're doing about that right now, but playing in games. And tonight I'm playing Clarity, who is an eccentric hacker.
I go next. Everyone nodded in like agreement. I really like that. Hi, I'm Savvy and I have to go now. I'm Savvy Seaworth on the internet, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I am here Thursdays through Mondays, either playing in games or running them. Like Val mentioned, I run Slaying 201 on Sundays at 4 Eastern. All my time zones are so fucked up. And then usually the Forgotten at 8 o'clock on Monday nights. But for the next few weeks, half of the cast is going to be gone. So we're going to figure out something else. Monday TBD until I can get my shit together for the next few weeks. But tune it. We'll do something. I have an idea. I just haven't actually given anyone the information they need to work with that idea yet. So we'll get there. Yeah, and then on Sunday nights, usually I'm on twitch.tv/LBHack'em playing Masks, but LB is going to be out of town this weekend, so we're not doing that, but we'll be doing that next week. And yeah, I think that's all the stuff I do, but tonight I am playing Choke, who is the mercenary with a conscience.
And this is a game where we just go. So I believe I'm next. Hi, I'm Christina Sit. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. Generally, just talking about the fun stuff I do on the internet. And as we've discovered, Wordle. That's it. That's what I use Twitter for at this point. pretty much. Yeah, I'm here several nights a week. The big in is I run our game of Urban Shadows / Good Society on Thursday nights. We had a session last night. Oh, buddy. Oh, wow. There's Fae. There's fertilizer bombs. There's big cold boxes. There's slashing tires. There's them darn Duke boys. I don't know. It's bananas. So definitely come check that out. 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. But yeah, I'm here on Fridays, every other Saturday, and on Sundays, and usually on Mondays, except for the short run that I'm doing right now on twitch.tv/InfiniteRP, where we're playing Flames of Freedom. That's pretty bananas too right now. I just got stabbed in the gut in the middle of a street fair. It's pretty cool. Our good friend Wally's in that too. Check that out on Mondays if you'd like. Tonight I'm playing Impulse. I forget. I am on antihistamines, friends. Impulse is the cunning fashionista negotiator. There we go.
Oh, good Lord. We are having a night. Hi, everybody. My name is Sam. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Smackaroni, and today my camera has decided I'm blurry. Usually I play here on Mondays and Fridays. However, right now on Mondays, I am not going to be around for a little bit for the next few weeks. I'm in a show. Tonight I am playing Chance, who is a bumbling biologist, and he has no idea what's going on.
At what point are we going to start making Sam promote the show in case we have any people in your area?
Once you get into Tech Week, then you have to start promoting your show.
Okay, we'll do that.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. I'm Val at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Mondays, now that we're back, either playing or running games. Most notably, I run this game, and on Saturdays, I run Saturday nights Mistborn. We're playing the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. And then on alternating weeks from that, Saturday nights Star Power, we're playing another Fate-based game, this time in a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired universe. So come join us for either one of those when we get back to doing them. But tonight, I'm just your narrator of crime, facilitating all sorts of crime here. We're doing things. I don't think I have a bit for this one that I usually do. Something hoodies. Y'all ready to get started? I got through that one, y'all. No mistakes.
You
Perfect.
did it!
Flawless.
Woo-hoo!
10 out of 10. All right. No pressure.
No, literally, no pressure, for real. It's been a while.
I will not make a single more mistake tonight. Previously on Neon Souls.
A single more mistake.
A single more mistake. I made the mistake of drinking some caffeine before this after being on new meds this week, so I'm gradually ramping up energy, I think, as that hits my bloodstream.
I would just like to publicly say that I was against this plan.
Hey, I'm drinking alcohol to bring me back down, okay? So
Good. Excellent.
we'll get there. It'll balance out. Previously on Neon Souls. In deep space, en route to Jupiter to retrieve another piece of 8, Choke wakes to some unfortunate news. Zane tells the crew that a problem with the engine drives would disable the ship in a matter of hours. However, the silver lining, a luxury liner called the Linnaeus, was close enough to receive your SOS, and its captain, Captain Woods, agreed to allow you aboard for repairs. Aboard the ship, you met Heathcliff, the head of security, who gave you access to the Oasis, the elite luxury spa and entertainment district at the heart of the Linnaeus. You made ample use of the amenities. Alco and Impulse enjoyed a soak. Chance and Phoebus had a heart-to-heart. Choke and Swin exchanged gifts, and Clarity banged Zane back on the ship. However, the fun was cut short when a massive explosion rocked through the Linnaeus, and all of you were engulfed in the inferno. Then, Choke woke up. So since we've established the time loop here, we've had a couple of runs at it. I think we've had 2 runs at it. I don't remember how many we've gone through so far, but I think we've gone through 2. Choke was able to convince everybody that, or maybe it's just the one, but Choke was able to convince everybody that you are trapped in some kind of time loop. So we've established that she's able to do that. And you tried to get aboard the ship, tried to, I guess, alert Heathcliff to a potential explosion, some sort of security risk. You failed miserably. Choke started to be detained, was punched, and woke back up. So that went badly. So I think we are in a fresh loop now, as Choke once again wakes up to Swin bringing her coffee first thing in the morning. So, Choke, the question is, where do you want to start? We can skip to another planning session with you having looped everyone in.
I'm not gonna change anything about looping everybody in this particular time.
Okay.
So I'll skip past that.
So do you want to say this is after you've convinced everybody, but before you've talked to Captain Woods?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So everybody on the deck, the bridge of the Little Scarlet, having just all bought into Choke's rather elaborate story.
I will say this. It is a lot easier to believe you as opposed to like if it was like me having to go through a time loop. Because I'm pretty certain I would go through like 100 of them before any of you actually took me seriously. So there's that. Silver lining and stuff.
Something about that doesn't feel like a compliment.
No, it totally was.
Anyway, this is like the 3rd or 4th time.
Not too bad so far. We've been
That's
we
pretty
believe you
good.
every time.
Well, and to your credit, Chance believes me immediately every time.
Well, scientifically possible and rather well. I don't want to say probably because I don't know what's causing it just yet.
That's probably why. Yeah.
So, we're on a bit of a time crunch.
Oh, right. Like it's all gonna blow up again. Again, it hasn't happened yet. This is so much fun.
Yeah, for
Okay.
you, I'm sure.
I wouldn't know though, would I? Focus. Okay. So it's gonna blow up in like a few hours.
Oh, like one.
Oh shit! Why didn't you say so? Okay.
I thought I did, but
Well,
again, I
1
should've.
hour. 1 hour once you get aboard.
Once we get aboard, okay.
Yeah.
Well, assuming time hasn't stopped while we stand on our ship.
I will say, like, based on the timeline of events where you're at right now, you probably have about like 15 minutes until you're able to get in contact with the Linnaeus. You know that's about to come up, and then it takes you about maybe like 30 or 45 minutes to actually get docked, depressurized, like in the ship. Once you are on the ship and are speaking with Heathcliff, at that point you have about
So
an
like
hour.
2 hours.
Yeah, so about 2 hours total.
It's like 2 hours.
okay. Well, I guess I would say since you get a couple of do-overs with us. I mean, it sucks, but you do. Well, we should probably just do some fact-finding, right? And then if that doesn't go well, then I don't know, you get like a mulligan situation or whatever.
Yeah, except to
Few
get
mulligans.
blown up.
Well, there's
Except for
always-
the last time. That time I got hit in the head really hard.
Oh, so you didn't feel it. So like, yeah, just one of us could hit you in the head really hard before it happens.
One of you. Sorry. hands
could
could probably
do
do
it.
it.
Our hands.
Well, at one point I could have. Well, there's always the option. It's rather morally reprehensible, but we could always just steal their power and go.
Like abandon them and let them blow up.
I don't want to do it, but it's there.
I think I'd like to keep that for a last resort.
Exactly.
Okay. So I know the direction on the ship it's going to come from. Maybe we could find out what's over there. Where we could probably figure out on a ship where a good place to plant a bomb is if someone's put it there.
So you're for sure it's a bomb.
No. No.
So what does like the big explosion look like exactly?
Blue?
That means
Blue.
hot, right? Like really, really fucking hot?
Or plasma, or electrical.
Oh.
Or just
Well-
some other crazy thing. I don't know. There's lots of blue things.
It doesn't look, I mean, unless they've got some really wild shit on that ship. I mean, I think it has to be on purpose. I don't think it's like an engine failure or something.
Well, like whatever it is, can we like figure it out quick? Because I have some plans today that I really don't want to put off.
Okay.
Okay. Could there be like what if there's like a diplomat on there? It's like a cruise liner, right?
Well, there's a ton of rich fucks on there.
What if someone wants someone dead?
So they blow up a whole ship to do it.
I think they would. You don't think ideas would take out an entire ship to get rid of us?
And then some.
Did we look at a passenger list last time? Or am I making that up?
I think we tried to get one.
You tried and failed
did.
miserably.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I've got it. Anne,
Oh,
Can you pull
and
up a-
I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying and. I was like,
oh, not.
and
Oh, God,
then-
accent.
Yeah.
Anne,
Can you
Anne.
talk to me, Anne?
Anne, can you pull up a passenger list for the cruise liner? I know that Clarity could do this.
What does her name? What does her voice sound like? I think it was robot.
Robot.
I think it was kind of serious.
Robot.
Didn't we do
Okay.
this last time? Because Clarity got upset and wanted to race the
Yeah,
computer.
you didn't let me do it because Clarity tried to do it.
And he failed.
Yeah, that was when you were trying to get the passes, right? To
Yes.
get on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're asking Anne to get you the passenger, like the manifest?
Yeah, like the manifest. There's probably something I should roll for this in there.
Yeah, that sounds like a roll.
How about investigate?
Yes, I will let you do. It'll be an investigate. You don't have like an aspect or something for representing Anne being in your head now, do you?
Let me see. I might have actually done that.
I think we can also. I can create
No, I don't.
Anne as like a situational aspect essentially. So if you want to spend a fate point, you can roll first, and if you want to spend a fate point to invoke Anne for assistance, you can do that. So
Okay, yeah, I'll roll first and then see if.
sounds good. All right. So investigate. I'm gonna set the difficulty of this. This is gonna be pretty hard. I'm gonna set this at a. I go too easy on y'all. A 5. This one's got to be a 5.
Wow, coming in hot.
Yeah, I've gone too easy on y'all for too long, and it doesn't matter.
7!
Wow.
Damn,
Because my investigate skill is my superb skill.
that's so good, and that's a good roll too. Damn. Okay. Well,
I've never
I
rolled
tried.
good in this game ever.
No, you earned it. So yeah, you
That'll
are
be the
able to
only
get-
pluses that we roll for the entire night.
Hey, listen, this is actually a big piece of information that I did not think you would get this easily. You are able to get a copy of the passenger manifest. Anne kind of computes for a little while, and you see her like I imagine there's some sort of like bar, like there's some sort of readout and like some staticky like matrix style coding and stuff that comes up as she's hacking into the ship, and you see a couple of like subroutines running, some ice that she has to deactivate. Yeah, we haven't used that in a while, have we? And getting through some countermeasures. It seems like this is very protected information, but eventually all that stops and Anne says, manifest secured.
Got it.
Sending you readout
Shit, really?
now.
I'll have the
And on the
readout
ship's
in just a moment.
screens, a manifest begins to kind of scroll down, and it scrolls, and it scrolls, and it scrolls. There's
Oh,
probably about 6,000 people on board the ship right now.
Yeah. Just to put into context who we'd be leaving behind.
Right. Sort of feel bad for even thinking about that now.
Can we
Do you
sort this?
recognize any names?
Well, I was gonna say, can we sort this by like who spent the most on their ticket?
Uh, you can sort it by like their boarding priority, essentially. Yes, you can. So there are several levels. I mean, everyone that is on this ship is rich. Like you couldn't afford to be on this ship. There's no like, it's not the Titanic. There's not like a commoner's level other than like the crew. Like there's some like crew members that are listed, and the manifest probably lists the personnel aboard the ship as well.
Are you telling me in this world, unless you are producing labor, you can't enjoy any sort of amenities? Wow, Val, that's
This fantasy world?
ridiculous.
What
This
kind of
fantasy
world would that be?
What kind of world is that?
Terrible.
Through a dystopia. Sorry.
Oh, it got too real.
None of us would know what that's like.
So you are able to sort it out. I'm not going to make you roll for that. There's a couple of levels of priority. There is like basic like economy package, in which like the bulk of that 6,000 passenger list is from. Probably like out of the 4,000 people are in that grouping. And then there is a first class package as well. There's probably about 1,500 people that are part of that first class package, and then 500 people that are a part of a like deluxe specialty package, like VIPs.
Okay.
Any of them have like titles, honorifics? Anybody put Esquire at the end of their name?
You see some come
You
through
know how
there.
people do that.
Yeah. There are some doctors, Esquire, Duke, Lord. There are some important people amongst that 500.
Are there perhaps of that 500 like 60 people, maybe like say a 1%, that have even a higher package?
You goddamn.
This whole loop is gonna be figuring this part out.
Yeah, it's
This
gonna
whole
be-
loop is
just
making a
guess-
spreadsheet.
Y'all are just turning this into Guess Who. Do they have a mustache?
Are they wearing a hat?
Do any of them
No,
sound
I mean-
particularly like assholes?
What I will say is, other than their names, out of that 500, there isn't any other distinguishing characteristics that you have just purely off the manifest.
In that 500, how many of them did not board?
Ooh, like any
Like,
no-shows?
Yeah.
I would say that's a realistic number for that. Yeah. 10.
Clarity. Do you think you could take 4 of these no-shows and insert our data pads with our credentials under those names?
Yeah, but what would that do?
We would have the highest clearance.
Okay.
But they are gonna see us, I guess, when we're gonna get on the ship somehow, though, right? Choke.
When have we always used the front door?
I mean, honestly, never.
No, but in this case we can, and it does work.
Oh,
But having access to the rest of the stuff is... Can we get onto the ship and then get access? Because they're, I think, probably going to scan our shit to let us on. I don't remember. It's the last loop seems like it was fucking 6 weeks ago. But that seems like
Time is
something they would
strange.
do for security purposes.
But just to give us, a sort of easier time of getting around in the ship, it sounds like they may have given us just sort of access to
Right.
the generality.
I like it. I
Of
just want
the
to change
higher-
the order around.
course.
Okay. Clock's ticking.
So I am giving us those credentials?
When we get there.
Okay.
You could go ahead and do it now in preparation, and then just like have it like as an executable like
Cool.
program or something to disperse all of them once you get on board in case they scan or anything. So we could go ahead and set that up now so we don't forget.
Okay.
What role do I want to make this?
hack.
Hack.
Sorry.
Hack.
Yeah, I'll make this a hacking role. That's fair.
Yay.
We had to say it before Morgan asked.
I just
There's
want
a
to
reason
increase
ask Morgan to do
attention.
this.
I'm gonna make this a. This isn't as quite as hard as the last one was. I make this a 3.
Okay. What did I get? Hold on. I got a 3.
Nice. All right. You succeed in creating a program to spoof the credentials, the boarding passes for what the 4 of you. We'll go with, unless you want to give them to anybody else. But actually, we'll just say you can just do the 4 of you right now, and let's go with that.
Okay.
Okay. Get in. Split up. See if we can find someone with like an excessive number of medals or something. High profile targets.
Good.
Sure.
I really don't want to get blown up again. Okay.
All right. You hail the. I think we're just going to go through the same processes you have before in hailing Linnaeus, talking to Captain Woods. So we kind of skip forward through all of that very quickly until you are given your passes by Heathcliff, and you are allowed entry into the Oasis. I assume how much. So Zane and Alco would have been there for that conversation about getting blown up and knowing about the time loop. I'm gonna assume I'm not gonna make you roll for convincing anyone else of it because all of you are in on this now. But unless you tell me otherwise, everybody's just gonna go about their business as usual, having no idea that this whole time loop thing is happening. So.
No need to traumatize everyone every day.
Zane, I think, is very panicked about the whole thing and just like staying on the ship, trying to get things working as fast as possible, just in case that might help. But has absolutely no hope that he'll be able to get things running in an hour. But he's gonna try. And Alco, I think, will probably stay back and assist with that now, knowing the direness of the situation.
But wait, I have to see him shirtless. No. Okay, fine.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Well, so this part is actually really lovely, but I'm sort of assuming that, like, past that waterfall or whatever, like back into the deluxe suites, there's probably like an even better area.
I haven't made
Like
it that far
the
yet.
center of the oasis.
I haven't made it
Just
that
saying.
far yet. But
Yeah,
that
so
is
you-
sort of where the big nasty blue flame thing comes from.
So you enter through the oasis with Heathcliff. Heathcliff stops, has the quiet conversation with Eve for a second. They kind of have a hushed conversation, and then he excuses himself and follows after her in a hurry.
Could that be important? Is that important?
That's what got me punched in the face last time.
Oh. Did you talk to them, or should we just follow them?
I think maybe someone should just follow them. Talking to him didn't really work.
I guess I can do that.
Okay.
Hey, I can blend in when I need to. I just don't like it most of the time.
Do your best.
Okay.
The good news about blending in here is they're all quite posh, so you'll fit in fine.
I'm gonna try to get deeper into the ship. That way. Where the thing comes from.
Okay. Use comms, I guess. If you find something important.
Sorry, that song was way too.
Got so chill
That-
in here.
That's like I think that I might have that exact song on one of my romance playlists. So
Yeah, it was definitely a romance song. I did not remember it being a romance song. No romance going on here today.
you all look so
well,
cute
not
in our
yet.
bathing suits.
I don't know what y'all gonna get to. So actually, that's the question. What are y'all? So what is the division here? You get 3 things to do. So Impulse is going to follow the follow Heathcliff and Eve.
Yeah.
How are we dividing up the rest of the group into what tasks?
I'm gonna just try to get as far into the ship in the direction of the explosion as I can. And I would
Okay.
like to take at least one of the smarts with me.
Okay, so you're just going as far into the ship as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we do find like a bomb or something, I'll be like, tell me as much as you can, as quickly as you can. We're gonna speed run this.
Morgan, do
Who
you
you
want to
take?
go bomb or do you want to go do something else?
I was trying to formulate an idea in my head.
Because Chance, could go with Impulse.
Okay. Because I think
Because I
have an
think
idea of
2
what I
people
wanna
doing that would be helpful too.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an idea of what I want to do.
Which is
I want to hack into like the diagnostics of the ship and see if there's like any areas that are under pressure or strain that shouldn't be. I might
You want to see
need-
if there's anything wrong with the ship.
Yeah, but
essentially.
I might need Zane to help like read the results of that.
Okay.
Okay, if you're doing
You could look
that,
for a bomb and then you could go for a bang. Makes sense to me.
A bomb and a bang.
a
Yeah,
bomb and a bang.
A bang and a bomb. A bomb and a bang.
A bomb and a bang.
Okay, I'll go with joke.
Now you just got me thinking about Edge of Tomorrow.
Atomic Cruise.
Atomic Cruise. Emily Blunt. Did I tell you? Remind me to tell you guys.
Talking
about that later.
tomorrow.
Remind me to tell you guys
Is-
about the Edge of Tomorrow.
This is offensive to my culture.
Yes.
I have to make everyone
do
watch
not.
an entire episode of Drawfee so we can talk
Yeah,
about
just for that one bit.
Tama de Cruz.
Okay, so just so I understand what's going on, because the three things that we are doing right now: impulse,
Yes.
scout, or snooping.
Yes. With Chance. Chance is coming too.
No, Chance is coming
Chance.
with me
Chance is
No,
going with
Chance is
choke
going with
because
choke.
yeah,
because
Oh,
Claire
because
is
it's
going to
gonna-
do something
okay.
else.
yeah.
Impulse,
Got
if you
it.
want to bring
And I need a brain
an
with me.
NPC with you, you can. But
I'll bring Alco.
Just pull somebody
Okay.
out of the pool. You work for
So-
me now.
so y'all are just going.
Totally.
Y'all are going back to say an outcome and be like, the ship is done. Like, we don't need to worry about that. We're going, like, you're not going to be able to fix it. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to have you roll to convince them. They're stubborn, but they're not that stubborn. So, Impulse, Alco,
They also probably
going
think Choke has
to-
gone off the deep end is about to kill everybody. So
going for a snoop and smooch. Choke and Chance going to essentially scout the ship. Look for
infiltrate.
Yeah, and then Clarity and Zane going for a bomb and a bang. So
The name of
let's,
this episode is A Bomb and a Bang, A Snoop and a Smooch. That is the name of this episode.
I didn't have anything clever for what Choke and Chance were doing.
And a pizza place.
Choke and Chance don't need anything because they already alliterate.
That was an old
Yeah,
person joke.
A
that
choke
I
and a
just made.
chance.
It was good.
A choke and a
though.
That's on GGK After Dark.
Oh no!
A choke and a chance, a snoop and a smooch, a bomb and a bang.
There's one of them that is not dirty, and it's up to you to figure out which one.
Put your note in the
This
chat.
is the rest of the episode. Okay, so
It can't be. We can't do Mr. Needles again.
Oh.
all right,
Oh,
who
so
wants to?
good.
Does anyone strongly want to go first? Because I don't care. Let's do let's go choke and chance first.
Sounds really bad. Why did we pick these names?
It sounds hopeful.
Why did
A
you,
choke
why
and
did
a
you name your character
chance.
Choke?
Come on.
I warned you guys from the very beginning that I was thinking about naming my character Choke, and everybody was like, no, do it. It'll be fine. It's never been fun.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess it's better than an impulse choke because that sounds even worse to me.
Oh, I believe we've had the joke choking impulse because I said it really fast that one time
Yeah.
and everyone went, "Wait, what? What
Choking
happened last
impulse.
time?"
You don't need to know.
You don't need to know.
You have to subscribe
right.
to our Patreon to get those episodes.
We're getting this back on the rails. Okay, so the two of you are, who I'm not going to name anymore, are going to sort of scout back into the ship. You have your new credentials, and you kind of begin to peruse back into the Oasis towards like the aft part of the ship, where you know a lot of the all the like the private quarters are, which you have been expressly told not to go to, but obviously, what do you have to lose now? So you head behind this like waterfall area with this rocky like cliff edge that follows along kind of this port side of the ship. Or I guess that'd be starboard. Yeah. So starboard side of the ship, and along this shopping district, which kind of weaves sort of around it. All of these little kind of kitschy boutique shops that wind in these neat little sort of Disney-ish buildings around to behind the waterfall. And back there, you come across a couple of other like attractions here. There is, I don't know, there's indoor skydiving. There's a holodeck adventure like zone, usually lets like a lot of kids stuff going to hang out in there. Use it for like laser tag and VR Fortnite, which is still a thing in the future. There's a golf course, because why wouldn't there be? And you reach the end of the oasis area where the sort of filters out into a couple of corridors, tunnels leading further into the ship, with rolling walkways there, where you see leading to the different divisions. There's like passenger quarters. I'm trying to think what they would designate them as. Yeah, I'd probably just designate it as economy, first class, and deluxe. So you can follow one of those corridors right now if you want. Which one do you pick to go through first?
Should we go straight for first class?
Absolutely.
First class or deluxe?
Oh, I
Oh,
forgot deluxe
deluxe.
was ahead of first class. My brain was still going economy, business, first class. Deluxe.
Deluxe it is.
All right. So yeah, because you have the credentials for that too. So you head to the moving kind of walkways. Scan your as you sort of approach it, you're automatically scanned by the sensors of the walkway, and there's a little like green beeping on the lights there that seem to permit you access without issue, and you stand on the walkway, which leads you back into the quarters. It winds around for a bit, and actually the walkway itself sort of pivots and moves you. You see there's a couple of other people on the walkway with you, and the actual, like, it sort of bisects and moves at points. Like, imagine one of the airport moving walkways, but it scans your location, and like a train track sort of redirects people, like I guess like a conveyor belt in like an assembly factory or like a package shipping plant. It redirects people to their rooms. So it looks like it's taking you to whatever rooms that these people had booked, unless you want to specifically try to go somewhere else.
I've had a thought.
What's up?
So it was not super difficult for us to be able to see who didn't show.
Mhm.
And if I was going to plant a bomb to blow up as many rich people as possible, I'd put it here, in a room I knew no one was going to be in.
Would you buy it under a fake name and not show up?
I would definitely do that.
Right.
If I had the
And-
funds.
And can you cross-reference?
Yes.
Can you Can you check the names against?
Listen, science is hard.
Science is hard. Talking is harder. Can you cross-reference the names of the no-shows against real data pads?
You're asking me to scan data pads present on the ship.
No. Want to know if any of these names that were no-shows have actual credentials behind them.
Interesting.
Just
So
the
out
10.
of
Yeah.
So out of character, you want me to? You're asking to see if any of them are fake names?
Yeah,
Is that what-
basically.
Okay.
I'm just saying it stupid.
No, I just want to make sure that I was going. I picked up on what you were throwing down. I just wanted to make sure I had that right. Yeah, she says, yes, I will try to do that now. One moment. And again, the kind of flickering effect as she attempts to search. I think we'll do this as another investigate.
Sweet.
This won't be as hard as before. I think I'll also set this at a 3.
Roll another 7.
Sheebus. Okay, that is a wow. You're rolling so good today.
Really good.
Gonna have to.
It's about
do something
fucking
about
time.
that.
Right.
Roll has
We
been
usually
doing
roll
us
so
dirty
bad.
forever. Like, this
know.
is huge.
Y'all are doing great. I'm so proud. Okay, so that will
Are they
be
proud,
a
though?
super proud. Extremely proud, Sid. That will be
Bonesaw?
what is the yeah, Bonesaw shows up because you roll so well. I'm trying to remember the name of the thing where you roll super good.
Success with an
With style.
excellent success.
Yes.
Excellent.
Success with style, so I believe you're gonna get an additional
It's just
effect.
called being me, Val. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's called being excellent.
So you're gonna get what you want, and you're gonna get an additional bonus on top of that. So yeah. So Anne comes back with the information. I have cross-referenced all no-shows, as you put it, with real-time records, and I did not find any that did not have real-world counterparts.
Okay.
However, there does seem to be a slight irregularity. I did learn that one of the no-shows has a soon-to-be-published article about their untimely death back on Earth. It seems the police have discovered their body as very recently.
So they didn't create
Could-
a fake one. They took someone they were positive wasn't going to show up.
Just as good.
Better even.
Should I report this to the authorities?
No. No. We'll report it if necessary. I think
That
at the
was a
moment-
joke. I'm not a narc.
I was about to say, damn, like, Anne's been hanging out with pirates this whole time. She was about to do something. Come on.
We're with the authorities. Good. That
I like her.
was a good joke. Thank you. No, but could you not necessarily swap our names, but just swap the room numbers?
You wish to be redirected to their room.
Yes.
Easy enough. And suddenly the belt shifts, and you are beginning to move in a different direction than you were before.
I like having a computer in my head.
I'm still not sold, but
I want to do. I think we can also kind of work this into, because it happened last time, is maybe because you're using Anne a lot. Maybe Choke notices a little bit of the stuff from before.
I'm lit up.
are you glowing again?
Yeah,
I'm glowing.
yeah. I think when you see Chance, especially it's kind of dark in here in these tunnels. So it's this very dim kind of lighting and stuff. And yeah, you see Chance kind of glowing a little bit.
What?
I thought we checked everybody for radiation when we got out of the meteor thing.
What do you mean?
You're fucking lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, that's not radiation. That's my neural implant.
You just glow.
Well, it was initially supposed to be a nervous system augmentation, and it went directly to my hands because I've got shakes a bit. But yeah, I just glow.
Okay.
And you're a lizard. It's not worse.
I'm only part lizard.
And I'm only part glow.
Together we're a fucking superhero team. Does this thing move any faster?
And as you zoom down the corridor, we're not done with that action,
Make
but
it go faster.
we're not done with
Gotta
that
go
action, but I
fast,
do want to come
Aaron.
back to it because that might take a little bit longer. So let's do impulse, and I'll go.
Just gotta put marker. And you're a lizard. Sorry.
I'm still laughing about I am not a narc.
Impulse, you are falling through the crowds to try to keep up with Eve and Heathcliff as they are very quickly walking, and Alco from behind you, just like, you picked like the worst person to do this with, right? As far as sneaky, I'm very not inconspicuous.
I understand that for the most part. We're not trying to like hide sneaky. We're trying to blend in sneaky.
All right, so shopping.
But just
Okay.
definitely keep them within eyesight.
This store looks great. Should we go in there?
And maybe don't talk. Just don't talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stays quiet. You follow. And yeah, you see them kind of, again, very briskly walking, having a conversation. Eve looks to be sort of like very tense right now and kind of animating with her gesturing with her hands a lot. Gesticulating, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. Gesticulating a lot with her hands, and then Heathcliff is just very kind of directly striding in a direction, and they stop and at like a crew access door, and scans his credentials to go through, and you see a sign above for like crew access only, and they scan their cards and begin to go through it. What do you do?
Try to get a peek through the door to at least like see a layout of any kind. Like, is there's a hallway? Does it go into a room?
It looks like it's a hallway. Yeah. And I think you glance in that direction and you see like a couple of signs inside as you walk past. You see a sign for like administrative offices, and you also see a sign for engine rooms. And they seem to be heading towards the engine rooms as the doors close.
Shit. Well, if we can find Claire, maybe she can get us some crew credentials. If not, well, then maybe we find Cho, because she'll be the only one that can remember this, and we'll just have to find crew credentials for next time. Oh god, we're gonna die. Like, in an hour.
Yeah, I really don't want to die in an hour. I feel like we're not taking that seriously enough. What if this is all... What if we don't, though? What if we just die?
Yeah.
So, should we try to steal some or something?
I mean, do any of them look like A, they are extremely punchable, or B, either of us would fit into their uniform?
I mean,
Just like looking around at any of the crew nearby.
everyone looks extremely punchable to me, so that's a low bar.
I mean, I might fit into his. Be a little baggy.
Yeah, you see some crew around. Like, there are like people serving drinks and stuff like that who would have crew ID badges. Like, there's lots of people that would have crew badges around. So,
Okay.
waiters, maintenance workers, and of varying shapes and sizes that you'd be able to fit into.
Okay. Impulse will just lean up, give Alco a quick kiss on the cheek, and be like, I'm gonna work real quick. Be right back. Pick out someone that looks about her size and do her thing. Flirt with them, try to get them to like go somewhere really quick, or at least come on over somewhere where they can't be seen, and we'll knock them out and take their uniform and their badge.
You're gonna do a hitman.
We're gonna do Hitman. Yeah,
You're
we're
gonna
gonna
do
do
Hitman.
Hitman real quick. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. So, were we going for a waiter, maintenance worker? What do you?
It was administrative offices and the engine room.
They were heading towards the engine room. Yeah.
If there's a maintenance worker, like someone that looks like they've got, like a whole setup to like fix shit, sure, we'll try to find one of them.
Yeah, I think you just see there's a maintenance worker who's currently like at the edge of one of the pools and has like a panel pulled up and is sort of like adjusting some machinery like underneath it, like they're checking like readings or something on it. And you walk up to them.
Yeah. Hikes up her pool cover up a little higher, tucks it in. Excuse me.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
I am so sorry to bother you, but we were actually told that someone was going to come by to check on the bathtub in our room, and we've been waiting for the past 2 hours. Do you mind? It looks like it'd be a really easy fix. I don't have the tools myself, so.
Right. I'm sorting on the shit. I'm sure that somebody else might be able to.
Please, you're like the first person I've seen that actually looks like they know what they're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll. What is the thing for the talkie talks?
I have rapport. I also have deceive. I feel like I'm lying, so maybe deceive?
Yeah, deceive I think works here.
Okay, cool.
And this will be a contested roll again. Nah, I'm not gonna roll. This is not a hard thing. S is a 1.
Okay.
Oop.
Ooh, okay. 2 null, 2 plus, and I have a +4 in deceive, so that's a 6.
Oh, holy crap. So yeah, you get that name. You succeed with style, so you get an advantage on top of it. So I'll essentially give this to you as a you get a boost on top of it, so you can invoke that boost in this scene if you need to.
Cool.
They say, sort of wiping off their hands on their coverall, says, "All right, ma'am. I appreciate that. I think I can help you," and closes things up. And so where's your what room number are you in?
Reads off whatever deluxe they've been given.
Oh, right. Oh,
This one?
all right. Will you lead the way? I'll see what I can do.
Great, thanks. Eyes Alco like follow. And yeah, we're just, they go behind a closed door somewhere, you hear a scuffle, and then we come back with imp. Yeah. And then we come back with
Impulse is coming
wearing.
back out. Yeah.
Yeah. Pulls her hair back, puts it under a hat, the whole shebang, yeah.
This poor person was just trying to be nice.
They're
were
gonna
being
die
so
in an
nice.
hour.
They're not, yeah, I mean, we all are gonna die. in
At least
an
they
hour.
won't have to experience their death now.
If anything, we
You've done them a
we're
favor.
Nice about it. Yeah.
Okay. You have your.
Oh, you're making me feel bad. We're gonna like send them cred to like their data pad or something. You
Sure.
know,
Okay.
like putting money in the till when you have to steal something. All right. Cool. Use their pass.
Okay. You get their pass, and you putting on the coveralls, head over to the security door to head in. I guess leaving Alco, or are you gonna let Alco in too, and he's gonna come with you?
Let Alco in if the
Okay.
coast is clear.
All right, and the two of you making your way downtown. Let's cut over to Clarity and Zane real quick.
Okay.
What you doing? Where you going?
Well, is Zane just still on the ship, or?
No, we'll say you can have grab Zane if you want to bring
Okay.
it. Like, but I guess if you're doing this hacking thing, you don't really. You could do what you're trying to do from anywhere on the ship. So if you wanted to be back at the Little Scarlet, you could, or you can be in the Oasis.
Yeah, I think I just found him in the engine room and was like, "Hey, I want to try something."
Right. Yeah. We're gonna like blow. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. What do you need?
Well, I was thinking like there could be a bomb on the ship, but it also could be like something that someone set up to like make part of the ship blow up, or like it could be an accident or something. So I was just gonna pull up like a readout of the ship's like diagnostics and stuff, and I would need a little bit of help reading that. So I thought you could help me.
All right. Should we do that from the bridge or?
We can do it
Oh,
from
yeah.
here.
Okay. All right. And like, wipes off his hands. All right. I guess bring up the schematics. We can look at it.
Okay. Pulls out data pad and starts hacking into the ship, I suppose.
All right. Let's roll to hack. Yeah, I'll let you hack.
What is there like a difficulty?
I'm gonna put this at a 4.
Okay. I got a 4.
It's like I'm psychic. I'm just predicting what y'all are gonna roll. You bring up the ship blueprint. So you do want like what is it that you're wanting out of this? Are you wanting just the basic blueprints of the ship? Are you wanting a readout of the current status?
Current
Of the
status of the ship, like see like if there's any like pressurized areas or like something wrong that someone may have overlooked, or something doesn't seem right, or like even
Okay.
just see like from where the resort area is versus where the direction we saw the explosion come from, to see if there's anything in that direction that like would cause an explosion.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you pull up the readout of the ship's diagnostics and you begin to look it over. Essentially, what you are looking at here, from the front of the ship to the back of the ship, is the bridge, and most of the administrative housing is at the front of the ship. The Oasis takes up a large portion of the center of the ship. It's this huge luxury area, and then behind the Oasis is the all the quarters for the passengers' quarters, and those are segmented into the different boarding levels. And behind there are the engines, and some of the more like life support sort of stuff. So in the direction, if you're looking at it from where Choke said the explosion came from, it essentially came from the back of the ship. So it could be anything from basically like the center of the Oasis back towards the crew quarters, not the crew quarters, the passenger quarters, engines, life support, be anything back there from the directions you saw it come from. Essentially, the explosion came from the back. You don't really have any more detail than that to go on as far as like an epicenter of the explosion, but it could be come from anywhere there back. Zane kind of leans over and is looking over the schematics and kind of looking at some readouts, like pulling up some like kind of takes over, leaning over your shoulder and pulling up some of the, like zooming in on some of the areas and saying, I mean, everything seems to look fine. I mean, God, this thing must have cost a fortune. Yeah, I mean, well, that's weird.
That's weird.
Hits a button, diagnostic panel comes up, scrolls through it. I mean, it's not important. It seems like there's a small issue with the life support systems. I mean, nothing catastrophic, but basically the air conditioning is out right now. I don't know if that's important at all, but that's the only thing I'm seeing wrong with this ship. That looks like, I mean, it's in really good condition. They probably spend a lot of money to keep this thing in top shape.
Well, I mean, could help. I guess I'll just shoot that message off to the group chat, and I guess if we have to live out another time loop, then Choke can keep that in mind.
I really don't want to die.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I guess I just need to miraculously get the ship working in the next 30 minutes.
Well, what are the odds of you getting the ship working in the next 30 minutes?
I mean, if I put a number on it, 0.2%.
Okay. And if we were to die, just hypothetically, wouldn't you rather spend your last moments doing something more interesting?
I mean, what, you want to go play golf or something on the ship? I just don't know if I'm really in a headspace to kind of like relax right now, you know?
Well, golf isn't exactly what I had in mind, but
Okay, what do you want to do?
well, we haven't banged yet, so
I broke character. God damn it. I think Zane just like freezes. Yeah, okay, we can do that. And just heads back towards the corners.
oh no, we
just
don't have to
grab-
go anywhere.
Even better. And turns back around. And we'll just cut that scene there. All right. 2 for 2.
An excellent use of time, I think.
Excellent use of time. So that is the end of that action that we can show on this channel. Join us for GGK After Dark. No,
Woo!
the other two actions going on. Let's do chokes and chances right now. So the two of you finally reach the end of the walkway. Very uncomfortable. Couple minutes of
Just a walkway.
just a walkway.
Just to
just
walk down
on
the walkway. Oh my god, how old is that video?
I don't know.
Drinking out of cups. Being a bitch. I'm done. Sorry.
You reach the room. Essentially, like the walkway ends, it sort of slows down and comes to a stop as it turns and ends at its own like unique, bespoke entryway to this cabin, you would say. And the doors slide open, and you emerge into an immaculate getaway. Like, you suddenly hear like the crashing of waves as you look out of your beachside villa over a like on a deserted island, essentially. Like, you can see like the bamboo flooring leading out. There's like a full kitchen stocked with liquor and wine. There's an enormous, like, you can see kind of like a partial dividing wall with like an enormous bed on the far side of the room. And I mean, everything in here is luxury. And you get the impression as you step in, as that initial like beach, like the smell of salt and hits you, that is some sort of like hologram projection with like a little, like the beach and the water ends at a certain point, and then there's some sort of like Truman Show style dome around it, like the oasis itself. It is beautiful, and you couldn't even really tell the difference as you hear birds like calling off in the distance. But the one thing you do notice as you enter here, though, is it is sweltering in here right now. Like, you have entered a sauna. The rooms are very warm currently. But I think what more immediately catches your attention is what is in front of you. In the living room, there is there's like a small like coffee table and a couch in front of like a massive projection TV. On the table is a black briefcase that's currently unzipped, open, with a number of objects that are neatly arranged around. You see a deconstructed, like it was being field stripped and cleaned, blaster pistol, like high end, very expensive. You see a few, like a garrote wire kind of coiled up next to it. You see a couple of other small, looks like concussion grenades or something like that, that are neatly arranged beside that. A pair of what look to be some sort of like thermal goggles or something. Like there's a whole setup for like, I mean, like an assassin essentially is staying in this room. And sitting on the couch currently, or sort of slumped on the couch, you see a gentleman that is currently basically stripped down to his skivvies and currently bound and blindfolded and mouth covered in duct tape.
Okay, yeah, the gun is coming out.
I'm not sure what fantasy we walked into, but I want to walk out of it right now.
As the body kind of like the person on the couch sort of jolts up, can't see you, obviously blindfolded, and just begins to mumble something underneath the duct tape.
I'm gonna check the rest of the room.
And leave me.
Yeah, well, if there's someone here, they already know you're here, so.
You choke, you do a sweep of the room.
Slice of pie? I don't know what it is. Check my 6. Other things people have said to me while playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay. You begin to sort of sweep the room, looking around towards like the bathroom. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You do a full sweep of the room. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here. You do find some additional, very sparse luggage on the bed, just like a single small like carry-on case.
Pop it open in case there's more grenades in it or something.
No weapons. Some like plain black clothing, dress slacks, things like that.
Okay. Clear.
Perfect. What do we do about?
I guess we figure out who the fuck he is.
Right.
Because whoever's supposed to be in this room, or whoever the room is booked under, is very dead.
Right.
Just take the gag off, or like rip the tape off.
Okay, leaving the blindfold on them.
Leave it on.
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. You could see what we look like.
We're gonna die in like 20 minutes.
Oh.
It's closer to 15 now.
My watch is slow. Gotta get a new one.
Fuck it then, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd rather know what he looks like. Take the blindfold off.
Okay, take the blindfold off. You see a middle-aged gentleman, crew cut. Looks almost military, but been pretty unassuming. Just normal white guy. So you he like blinks a little bit and yells as the crew the duct tape is pulled off and goes, "Ow, ow, oh, who are you? What are you doing here? Let me go."
Okay, we didn't put you here. I'm saving your ass, but I need to know who you are.
Where'd the other guy go?
Don't know, don't care.
Wait, no, but what other guy? That's important. What other guy?
I assume he
The-
means the guy with all the grenades.
The psychopath that grabbed me and bound me up and started asking me all those questions, and
Okay.
you actually look down at him and you see you can see there are a couple of small almost like burn marks on him, like he was hit with like a taser a few times. Probably some other devices too, like he was interrogated pretty thoroughly.
Okay. Did you see what he looked like?
Yeah, I saw him for a few seconds.
Anything you can remember?
No, he was pretty. I don't know. He was bald. He didn't look like anyone. He was just a normal guy.
Okay. I mean, he had to look like something.
He was tall,
Tall.
about the same height as me. I think he had blue eyes. I don't know.
What was he wearing? Or rather, what were you wearing? Because I think he's probably got it now.
I was wearing my uniform.
Right.
But you work here?
Yeah, I'm the ship's first mate.
Why are you saying
Oh.
that like I should know?
I just assumed you'd know who I was if you were here to save me. You are here to save me, right?
Sure.
Technically. First mate, got a name?
Connors.
Connors, how long have you been in here?
I don't know. It's been a while. Maybe I was jumped the day after we left.
Fuck.
I don't know. Feels like almost a week now.
And even I know you're the first mate, but what's got you being so important that you're both interrogated and impersonated?
I think I can answer that one.
He wanted the access codes for the ship.
Easier to get the first mate than the captain.
This is my first deployment too. Nobody even here even really knows me that well.
Well, they will. I need you to not freak out. Okay?
All right.
Somebody's here to blow up your ship.
Oh God.
And you are at least going to help us figure out why.
All right. What can I tell you?
To start, probably the access codes.
Yeah.
Listen, if you let me go, I can do something about this. I don't know why giving you the access codes is going to be any better than me doing. Just let me. Just
Because
untie
Connors, you
me.
got about 10 minutes until the bomb goes off, and I have to do this all over again.
All over again.
Oh, choke, no doubt.
You're gonna have to trust me.
What is she is looking to Chance now? Like, what the fuck is she on about?
She's a clairvoyant.
You're
She's a clairvoyant.
Are you
I'm a
shitting on me
scientist,
for
you can
telling the
trust
truth
me.
and you're going to tell
No,
people I'm a fucking
I'm not
psychic?
shitting on you for telling the truth. I'm trying to explain to someone in a short amount of time why you
Am I
might know
being
that the ship's
punked or
about to
something? Was
explode.
this all part
Of
of like a
course not.
hazing?
Fuck!
No. Connors. Access codes. Now.
Just why? Just let me go. If we have 10 minutes, then we need to get everyone out of here right now.
There's not enough time
Find
to
them,
get...
we're coming with you.
There's not enough time to get 6,000 people out of this ship.
It's just we're coming with him.
No, I'm not leaving today without any useful information.
Joke, we can get the access codes. If we go with him, we can look at them.
I'm right here.
Shut up.
What do you mean you do this again? How many ships have you blown up?
I haven't blown up any. But I've woken up the next day after a few. And if you want to live, and you want everyone on this boat to live, you're going to do what I say. Or I'll shoot you myself.
That's what I needed. Okay. So why don't I have Choke roll?
Gotta add the threat to make it something I'm good at.
Yeah. What's the pitch here? What do you want to roll?
I have something. I feel like I think it's provoke.
Yeah.
I think the move I have is only for like criminals and stuff. Yeah, criminals, outlaws, and other denizens of the underworld. The underworld. But the only convincing skill I have is provoke. I don't have any other
Provoke's
ones.
fine. We can do that one.
Unless I can roll
here.
weapons.
You might be able to invoke some of your weapon skills to help you
That
if
would be
needed.
cool.
I'm going to set the difficulty for this. Okay, the man has been here for a week. He's already been interrogated before. He doesn't want to have to go through that again. I would say with everything that you have built up here, I'm going to set the difficulty at a 2.
3!
You exceeded my expectations.
I exceeded my own expectations.
Shit. Fine. We're gonna die here anyway. Code star, and he begins to name off. I'm just gonna make up a number anyway. I'm not gonna do it. He gives you the access code.
I feel like Choke just has one big sort of note in like the very outdated notepad app on her data pad. It's just like a list of things so she doesn't have to remember all of them.
You know your data pad's gonna get erased at the beginning of when you die,
I know.
just to help her remember.
Yeah,
to
she's
it
writing them down
essentially.
anyway.
Okay.
Every
at the
time she
start of
wakes
each-
up, it's like a dream.
She-
You like wake up and you do your dream.
You
journal,
write down
you
as much
know?
as you can remember.
Yeah. Perfect.
She's got a bunch of shit on there.
Yeah, just imagine Choke repeating a lot of stuff to herself. I'm not going to make you do any rolls or anything to remember all of this. That would be cruel. So I'm not gonna do that.
I'm forgetting enough of it as a player as it is.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You get the access codes.
I'll cut him free. I'm not an asshole.
And you cut them free. Let's cut back to Impulse and Alco real quick before we take our break. Impulse, you take Alco and you begin to head down this corridor towards the engine rooms that you saw. You've obviously lost some ground following them. You can't see them anymore because you had to take a couple minutes to go do your thing. But I assume you're heading towards the engine rooms.
Yep.
Okay.
Just nonchalant, like we belong here.
Okay. You reach a set of stairs that head up to another access tunnel that runs like the length of the ship. You can tell as you step out on that. There's a walking corridor and then like a moving walkway as well, and goes down a far way leading towards the engine room. You follow that for a good while as it goes down the entire length of the ship, and eventually reaches the kind of the end, and you begin to hear like a lot of like "Fu-dung, fu-dung, fu-dung," like the some sort of like mechanical parts and whirring and stuff off in the distance, very muffled through the walls, but it does become like a steady thumping here, like a heartbeat. And as you reach the end here, you also begin to hear shouting.
Is the shouting intelligible or is it just yelling?
It's hard to tell over the sound of the thumping. There are a set of like double doors at the end here, so you can get like right up to those, and it again says maintenance access only, dangerous machines. There's some warning labels on the walls, possible radioactive hazard, and you can like go up to the the doors, and you hear like very muffled, like Charlie Brown style shouting. Yeah. And there are some like portholes or like windows on the doors, and you can look through those, but you can't really see you hear what's happening on the other side because of the noise on the other side as well. But as you look through the windows, you can see Heathcliff and Eve standing on the other side of the doors a little ways in, and Heathcliff is kind of standing a little bit more to the forefront. Eve is a little bit behind him, and in front of them you see 5 or 6 maintenance workers that are currently kind of ducked and kind of around, like kind of half behind the machinery, because a couple of them have like weapons as well. One of them has one of them does have a gun. Most of them are carrying like wrenches and stuff like that. There's a lot of shouting. One of them towards the back does actually have like, well, it looks like maybe like a bolt thrower or something like that, or like a bolt gun that has been like modified. None of these are like actual firearms or anything, and it's like holding it back there, and you see Heathcliff is standing there kind of arms at his sides and having a conversation, and the worker in front of him seems to be engaged in this conversation is a woman with kind of very thick black almost and graying hair, is probably a little past middle age, maybe like early 60s, but like very like kind of hardy. Looks like she's probably been doing this work for a while, and she's wearing a maintenance uniform that has a badge on it too, like she's some sort of designated some sort of like head maintenance worker, some sort of like manager here, and she's like yelling at him and shouting, and there's some sort of like heated argument going on. And you see Eve begin to step up and say something, and Heathcliff holds out a hand and tries to calm down. The woman stops yelling, and you can tell he's saying something, but you can't hear anything over it. And at that point, you see him reach into his jacket like he's going to grab something, and there's a crack, and you see somebody panic as the bolt gun goes off, and the worker who had it drops it as they have fired it. Looks almost accidentally, based on what happened as they panic, and you watch Heathcliff just crumple to the ground. And as that happens, there's a bit of a stunned silence around there. Everyone sort of freaks out for a second. You see Eve like drop to the ground and begin to check to see if he's okay, and you see there's a lot of chaos and scrambling and everything going on right now.
Can Impulse just get on comms and basically just start relaying everything she's seeing to Choke and the rest?
Yeah. You begin to relay all of that and the chaos and everything going on right now when Choke, the lights begin to flicker, and you feel a rumbling, and the ship explodes. And then Choke, you wake up. But we're going to take our break here, as you've gained a lot of useful information and done a lot of good investigating, have leads to follow up on as we hit cycle number 3, I believe, here. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back in a couple minutes after we take our break, so stay tuned, and we will see you all back here very shortly. Welcome back. That was the weirdest countdown that I have ever gotten.
You still
in
understood
the history
it.
Of this channel. I know.
You did understand it, which
and I knew
is
exactly.
Sort of more absurd that you knew what was being said.
out of the 4 years or so we've been doing, how long have we been doing? No, it's been longer than that.
2017.
Yeah.
Mon frere.
So yeah, 5 years we've been doing this. Savannah could just go, all right, and I would know exactly the time at which it started. Like I'd have that like in my head at this
It's
point.
like muscle memory.
Yeah, it's rhythm. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Thanks. We're here. We're gonna do some more
We're kind of here.
game stuff. We're kind of here. We are loosely here. So
We are all the man who wrote "Drinking Out of Cups, High on Acid in a Closet" right now.
Yep. Collectively.
yeah.
Except Morgan, who I think thinks we've all lost it.
Morgan has no fucking idea what's going on.
I'm not
It's
here.
okay.
Morgan was a literal child when all this stuff came out. So
Mhm.
You just started talking about stuff, and I just started dissociating.
and Sam is
I
okay.
choked on a corn.
Can we start over? Can we?
No.
I don't know if we should start over or end. It's one of those two.
As I was told right before we went back, everything is content.
Everything is content. The camera rolls for the next hour and 2 minutes, no matter what happens. All right, let's get back into it, or at least try to.
Okay.
A new day has dawned, or the same day
Dawn of the
has
third
dawned
day.
again. You have discovered some more information.
I looked and I think
I
this
assume-
is actually the fourth one because I did do 2 loops that first time because the first time I went to Impulse first and then the next time I went to Chance first to see
You
if
gave up
anything
on that
changed.
one and then went to Chance. Yeah.
right.
And then we did the long one and then we did this one. So I think it's 4.
Okay, you're right. It is 4. I assume all the information that happened, again, we are just going to assume that everything was
What?
relayed back to Choke. We're just going to say it's 4. It doesn't really
It's fine.
matter. Okay. I'm not worried about cranking out mad loops here. We're going to do this as it goes. So,
That's a bad phrase. It also
Was it?
sounded like you said lubes, which makes it way worse.
Yeah, it really does.
In this loop, I would like to spend my 2 hours cranking out some Mad Lubes.
hello, Internet, and welcome
I mean,
to
if you
Neon Souls.
wanted to join Clarity Insane, I think you need to ask first. But
He's not my type.
fair.
Okay, where are we starting with all of you being
This has
brought
tequila
back up
in
to
it.
speed?
Woohoo!
Do we want to start with
I'm
everyone
going
being
to-
brought in the loop?
I want to, this time, I think Choke feels bad because Zane is panicking so much and Alco's panicking in his own way. So I think is going to just loop in these 3.
I'm trying to decide how you would do that because a lot of looping in the others was confirming the information with Zane.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to them first, like immediately upon waking up.
Okay, so essentially
Go to the
giving
3
them the
of them,
information.
say, this is about to happen. Don't say anything, because you're going to freak everybody else the fuck out, but I swear you'll believe me after we go talk to Zane. And then just stand there in the corner, nodding, as Zane confirms everything I've said.
Okay, that's fair. So maybe we cut to after that, the 4 of you regrouping in like the galley or something, somewhere private or somebody's room, where the 4 of you can have this conversation without talking to the others just yet. Okay.
Told you.
Okay, fine. So, if everything you've said is true, then does any of this have to do with like an assassin coming on board and like taking over the first mate, or is this?
That's the thing that's confusing me, because there's an assassin, he's got guns, he's got grenades. I mean, he's obviously like a fucking, I don't know, disguising, I assume, disguising himself as the first mate to be able to do something. So either he's doing all of that to just blow up the ship and die on board,
Or is that just a total coincidence and that had nothing to do with
Or
it?
there's something else going on.
Well, so did you... No, you didn't see it. I saw it. Did I... This is weird. Did I see the first mate back there where they had the scuffling thing?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Heathcliff was there. And some
Right.
other folks. But he
And
wasn't there.
Heathcliff is not the first mate.
No, he's
No,
like
Heathcliff
the
is head of
ship's
security.
butler, as far as I can tell.
Oh, okay.
That's just how he
Shouldn't name him
behaves.
Jimothy.
Should have named him
We've
Jonathan.
also had a butler named Heathcliff on the show.
We have.
On the channel.
Yeah.
On the show, not
On the
this
show. On one show. Not
On a
this
show.
one. On Sundays. We had a Heathcliff for a while.
We did.
He's still out
Okay.
there somewhere.
And
No. So, something is going on. There's a fucking hitman. Choke puts it together. Because she plays old video games. Fuck. Ah! Okay. There's a fucking hitman
yes.
on board. Tall,
Yeah.
bald, walking around, dressed as the first mate. We gotta find him.
Alfredo is excited about what's going on right now, so that's what we're hearing.
And yes, you can help. Okay, I said, okay, you can wear the hat.
Hermes is so excited.
I love it. Okay, so maybe we focus a little more on getting where the crew are?
Yeah, because there's a couple of different moving parts that I don't understand how they go together. Because there's big explosion, there's Hitman pretending to be the first mate, probably, and there's Heathcliff getting shot. It was Heathcliff that got shot, right? I got so much up here. Okay.
So I guess we figure out what to piece together in this situation?
I think finding the fake first mate is a good idea. I don't know if it's worth going back to try to talk to Connors, the real Connors, more.
Oh wait, in this loop, have we talked to the captain yet?
No, this is all before you talk to the captain.
Well, when we talk to the captain, why don't we just also say we want to talk to the first mate? We could have you there as our captain, and then me as your chief negotiator, aka your first mate. We just feel it's necessary that they also show that same level of commitment.
Sure,
It's worth a shot, right?
we've told weirder and worse lies. Like, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
last couple of days.
Oh, I was just gonna say in general, but okay, I trust you. on
No,
that.
we've already done some pretty weird shit.
Oh.
Also,
what kind
Chance,
of weird-
you
sorry,
glow.
later.
I fucking what?
You're,
You fucking what?
you fucking light up like a Christmas tree, my dude.
No, that would only happen if. Oh. Oh.
There was a way for you to ostensibly glow. Well, this I've got to hear.
Well, previously I have a neural implant, and it was intended to augment my motor skills. Wiring through my skin, all of that, it would sort of glow as a byproduct.
It's coming back on.
It can't be. I haven't. I'm still a klutz.
With an AI in your brain.
Are you still a klutz though? Is he just gonna pick something up and throw it at him?
I don't know what happens.
I guess we'll find out.
Fuck.
So
right now my trouble is holy fuck, you're glowing. I got a free invoke. I don't know what else to use it for.
here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna have absolutely no mechanical bearing, but I think it's more interesting narratively. And we can decide how to develop it later on. What did you say you picked up and threw, Impulse?
We're depending if we're in her room, then just some random bauble that she's got sitting on top of the footlockers. So just chuck it at him.
Like a brush or something?
Yeah, I want a hairbrush.
Sure. Chance is actually looking the other way, and is like looking at Choke out this conversation before Chance can turn towards you. You chuck the brush towards him, and just his hand
Yeah.
catches it.
Holy shit.
Not a klutz! Not a klutz! Look at that, not a klutz.
But that wasn't me. I didn't do that.
You're literally holding the thing I threw at you. You did that.
I didn't. I
No, I
do
did.
that. Anne did it.
You
I
have a
did it.
robot controlling your brain and your reactions now, and you're okay with that?
She's not controlling it. She's augmenting it, just like
She-
before.
Would you like
She-
the brush to hit you next time?
No. I appreciated it. Thank
Okay,
you.
so you're still a klutz, but with Anne in your brain, she helps you not to be. Same difference.
Does that mean she can decide when I am one?
I suppose you and her could talk about some situations where maybe it would be beneficial for you to be klutzy. I don't know.
Okay, so we thought it would be best to talk about that one up front.
Right, well, we all know that now. Including me.
This is why I'm the smart one of the group, because I don't let robots control my arms.
I don't let robots control my. Well, okay, well, there was that one time. But that was totally consensual, actually.
I was actually going to say something.
Also,
very
she's not a
similar.
robot, she's an AI.
So
Oh.
worse than a robot.
Okay, we.
My arms are controlled by an AI, Clarity. I don't control what they do.
Can I hit her?
No.
No, not yet.
Okay. So we don't really have time for this one right now.
No. Okay, so at least some of us, need to somehow get back into, like, maintenance or wherever the officers are. And then what? I mean, it seems like you have the information from, like, the actual first mate. Do you even need to go there again for the first time? Go back there again?
No, I've got the access codes for the ship.
I'm sorry, what?
I feel all day, anytime she's not talking, Choke has not been listening to anyone else, and it's just like repeating a string of numbers over and over so she doesn't forget them.
Do you want me to know the numbers are 867 53
5309.
2.
6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 2.
Expecting the lost numbers.
4 8 15 16 23 42.
I'm not gonna remember this.
I hate you. Could have just made it 8675309 and called it a day, but whatever.
8675302.
Okay. I feel like we can, like, use that, like, everywhere, right?
Maybe.
Cool. So I guess let's just do the thing, and then, so I'm gonna go talk to the captain now, right? And then I'm gonna tell the captain that we'd like to also meet the first mate.
Yeah. I mean, I'll know if it's the real one or not.
Okay, great.
I guess we'll go
Okay.
from there.
You all head out of the room. Clarity, as you are leaving Impulse's room, the doors shut in front of you. You almost walk into them. And then they open again.
I cannot wait for the arc where Clarity and Anne become best friends. It's gonna be amazing. But for now, pranks and hijinks.
Enemies to lovers.
You all head to the bridge where we're gonna go through you hit Linnaeus, go through the whole thing, saying gives a spiel. So you hail the Linnaeus, and Captain Hall comes on. I guess we can skip through that conversation a little bit. We don't have to redo everything.
Wait, is his name Hall?
No, sorry, not Hall. Captain Woods.
I'm trying to remember so many things that I don't remember what I remember.
Captain Woods comes on the you go through your conversation, and as it's kind of winding down, you've convinced him to let you aboard. Says, well, all right, crew of the Linnaeus, Captain. We said Captain. Joke was the captain, right? In that conversation, I can't remember now.
Yes.
Yeah, I gave a
Okay.
fake name.
It was
Oh,
like
right, did
Charlie
you
or
say-
something.
It was Charlie.
It was Charlie.
Right.
It was like
Captain-
Charlene or
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Charlene.
Captain Charlene.
and then something
uh,
Irish.
Don't remember.
Oh, Mally.
Sure.
They call me
Sure.
the Alley Cat.
Is there any other business before we permit you your docking?
Well, we look forward to meeting you and your first mate on the walk over.
Right. Of course, I'll have my head of security there to meet you. I don't know if First Mate Connors will be able to escort you personally.
Do they have a moment right now?
We just figured it
Uh,
was common courtesy since our two top officers will be there. Yours would as well.
That's a little bit outside of our normal protocol, especially for a situation like this. Is there a special reason why you would need someone from the bridge there to meet you?
Well, if they don't even have a moment, I guess, right now, are they there on the bridge as we're talking now?
Yes, Connors is currently at the helm.
I mean, swivel a camera or something. We'll say hi.
He's looking very confused. This is the weirdest ploy. And I'm gonna have you roll to I guess it'd be rapport or provoke. I can't really decide it.
I like that us asking other people to be polite is apparently the weirdest thing we've ever done.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's
Oh, well, be
I think
nice.
threats would have been more
So I'm not
in line
gonna
with your
threaten
normal
them. If this
MO.
day works out, we need the fucking engine fixed.
It's true. All right.
All right.
4.
Any day could be the day that we live. I'm not gonna fucking.
I'll say the difficulty of this is a 3.
Okay. Woof. Okay. So it's a -2, but I have a +5, so it is a 3.
You're saying you rolled a -2 total.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, so with a 5, yeah, you get the 3, so you're good. Just gives a pause and looks like off to his right and says, sure. Nothing better to do. Connors, you're relieved from the helm. Apparently they wish to speak with you. And Captain Woods heads off, and somebody else comes on the screen, and you see a tall sort of broad-shouldered but fairly sort of slim gentleman, who is not the Connors that you met previously. Choke. He is wearing a hat currently. Can't really tell the hair situation, but appears to at least be shaved on the sides, and has very piercing blue eyes. Says, First Mate Connors, at your service. How can I help?
Oh, well, as I'm sure you heard, we will be coming on board for some emergency repairs. Really, if anything, we just want to know if there's anything we absolutely shouldn't miss while on board. You know what? Pretend all we have is one day. What should we do?
I would suspect you should enjoy the amenities that we have aboard. I'm sure that Heathcliff can provide you access to the Oasis. Is there something
Anything?
specific that you're looking for?
Well, I guess just wanting to know from like an insider, what we should see and explore.
I'm afraid this is my first tour aboard the Linnaeus. I'm not quite sure what the best amenities would be. I'm yet to partake of them.
Tour? That's interesting way of putting it. Do you see military service?
I have in the past, yes, ma'am.
Of course.
I'm afraid I'm not much help to you there.
Any other questions, Captain?
I think that was to joke.
Mm-hmm.
New captain's here. No, I suppose we'll be seeing you shortly.
If there's any need or any disruptions, you can let Heathcliff know that to contact Captain Woods and myself. More than happy to help.
Yeah, hopefully we won't need to find you on the bridge.
Hopefully not. Well, I must return to my duties. If there's nothing else that you need, wish you safety and quick repairs. Linnaeus
Pleasure's
over and out.
ours.
And cuts the camera feed.
So?
He's good. That's not the real Connors. But the real Connors is a military man and did say it was his first tour.
Oh,
So he's done his fucking research.
definitely. Really good. If we weren't about to die, like, I kind of want to, get this guy's information. Maybe we could use him at some point. But we are, so we're not going to do that. All right, so what are we doing?
We gotta figure out who he works for. There's no way this is a coincidence.
I mean, but if he's that good, well, I guess. Either he decided to go down with the ship, which doesn't really seem like this one's type, or he had a way to get off of the ship very quickly after he knew everything was going to go down. So, how the hell's he getting off the ship?
We're gonna find out.
Long shot. It's also possible he also doesn't know the ship is going to be exploded.
Coincidence is still a possibility.
Or a patsy.
Or he's the one they're after.
Blow up a whole ship to get to a hitman.
This will be
feel
the
like
glorified hitmen.
I was about to say, I think that may have actually happened in one of those like old Hitman movies. I don't know.
The movies are trash.
They're fun.
You ever play the games? They're fun.
Yeah, I don't do well with. Yeah.
Well, we'll get you a gamepad. You just need the pads or your thumbs. You haven't lived until you've killed a man by throwing a salmon at his head while wearing a chicken suit.
That sounds surprisingly similar to something that I did in Cancun once. Anyway,
I've actually got a lot of pretty good scheme ideas
yeah?
from those.
So to the Oasis then.
I was just gonna let that scene play for as long as I wanted to. Okay, so you arrive at the ship. Are we still faking the credentials, all that stuff?
That just makes life easy.
Yeah, we can go where we want to go.
Okay,
Ooh, unless is it possible for us to get fake credentials for someone on board? It's not one of the crew members on board.
Sure.
Save us a little
member?
time. What's like 3 down from like the first mate?
The 5th mate.
What if we were all the first mates?
All first mate Connors.
Because it's his first tour anyway.
There's just
Nobody
4
knows
first
this
mate
guy.
Connors.
I'm Corbin Dallas. No, I'm
I'm
Corbin Dallas.
They're way into their journey. Who's checking?
I don't know. I'm at the point in the night where I'm just tired enough to say yes to anything. So
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That was a stupid.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to fake the credentials for like a member of the crew, specifically that's like on the bridge, it's gonna be a bit more challenging than before because there's additional security clearance that you haven't quite dealt with yet. So I would need another roll for that.
You up for it, Clarity?
Was it me who faked the credentials the first time, or was it Anne?
It was you.
Okay.
I asked you
keep-
specifically because I don't have hacking skills.
Yeah, and did the through an investigate and did the manifest.
I'm just losing track of like who did what. Okay. Is that a
Let's
hack
go
roll?
to roll. Yeah, we'll do hack, and I'll set the difficulty here. Well, what did I set the last one? I think I set it at a 3. I
Yeah.
said this was going to be harder, so we'll set this at a 4.
Okay. I got a 5.
All right. Y'all are rolling fire tonight.
I usually
Has anyone
don't.
failed a roll yet?
I
Jeez.
rolled garbage. I just was happening to roll my highest
You're good.
stat. So.
I'm gonna have to start bumping up the difficulty on these things. Everything I'm just gonna add +2 to. What am I? My instinct would be.
That's unfair.
No.
We're playing on hard mode, guys. All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
Do y'all want to play on New Game Plus? You get more experience points, but it's a higher challenge. Okay. So you can spoof. I would say one person amongst you could have access to the. You can get them access to the bridge.
Cool.
Decide who
Who's
that
it gonna
who
be?
you want that to
Should-
be.
It'd be Choke.
Probably be Choke because Choke's the one that remembers things.
Mm-hmm.
End the loop. End the loop.
What am I gonna do on the bridge? Okay. I'll do it.
Fight things.
Okay. So, what is the you dock with the Linnaeus, meet with Heathcliff, you're given access to the Oasis. I guess we should decide what the actions that y'all are taking are then.
What if this time I just walk up on the bridge and just go straight to the first mate? Because he'll recognize me. Be like, hello. We need to talk. Let's see how bad that one goes.
If it goes to shit, we'll just jump
Just do it
immediately to
again.
the next day.
You want to see how that goes?
Yeah.
Do it.
Sure. Choke heads right in, heads off, breaks off in another direction, goes straight to the elevators, enters in the access codes, heads up, makes it onto the bridge, and as she emerges onto the bridge,
Do a high chaos. One high chaos run because this level's taken me so long.
everything like you step out. I don't think anyone really recognizes you're there for a second. You can see Captain Woods at the sitting in the captain's chair near the helm. A couple other people, the whole crew around, probably like 20 or 30 people in here, and
You just walk right up and just stand next to
next to the first mate.
Connors.
You as you walk up, I think it clocks you before you get that close, and turns, sees you, and you do see like a look of confusion and surprise, and then he sort of takes it back and says, "How are you aboard up here? Who gave you permission to access the bridge?" And
I don't
looks
know
at
what
us
you're
and
talking about. I have credentials to be here, First Mate Connors. There's an emergency that needs your attention.
Captain Woods turns around, looks over his shoulder from the chair, and also stands up and says, "Captain, oh God, I already forgot your name. What we go with?
O'Malley.
Charlene O'Malley.
Captain Charlie Howard. Who gave you access to? You shouldn't be up here."
I have the credentials. And I need to speak to Connors.
Who gave you the credentials to be up here?
Why does that matter?
Because we can't just permit anybody aboard the bridge.
Okay.
Security.
Not security. Do you not even know what your fucking first mate looks like? I reach over and just pop the hat off his head.
Hat falls off his head to the ground, and you see a shiny, bald dome underneath. And the captain looks at Connors, who kind of balks out, reaches down to pick up his hat, looks offended by it, and the captain says, "Connors has been with us since we left Earth. I don't understand what you're implying here."
The real Connors is tied up hostage in room, and I give him the room number. I'm sure you've got security feeds. Fucking check them.
He stops, looks at you, and I think there are a few like security guards. Oh, my earbud just died. Why did that just
Oh
happen?
no.
Oh no, I still hear out of this one. We're gonna keep
Everyone
going until
talk
that one.
really loud.
Some of the like armed security around the sides of the room kind of begins to move in, and Captain Woods freezes and looks at you and starts to look a bit more worried about you right now. I'm gonna have you roll to. It's the truth.
It is the truth.
So, rapport?
Provoke?
Provoke?
Because I'm
Okay,
trying to
give me
get a
provoke.
specific action out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Provoke will specifically work out of the situation, but
Are any of them criminals,
in a way,
outlaws, or denizens of the underworld?
yes.
The death sentence in 12 systems. This idiot's gonna figure out who I am. Okay. So I've got... Oh, that's a 3.
With a 3, yeah, I'll give you that to you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I'm going to give you with this, because I think we should give you something out of it. But this isn't. You look as you say this. Look into the captain. The captain hesitates, but says, "I don't know what you're on about, but we'll have that looked at."
I mean, you do, because I told you.
We'll need to search the room to make sure she hasn't planted any sort of devices there, and then the rest of that nobody is actually in danger in this room. Clearly, she's unstable, but I'll need to. And you hear a, and Captain Wood sort of stops for a second. He takes a step back, and you see a large sort of blaster hole in his chest as he slumps to the ground, and then you hear another clicking as a blaster is leveled at your head from First Mate Connors, who says, "I don't know how you found out about this, but today isn't your day."
It's all right.
And
I'll see you tomorrow.
and he fires, but just as he does, you manage to catch a glimpse of his forearm underneath his sleeve, and you see a tattoo. It is of a logo that you have seen before, because somebody that you were close with, a couple people you're close with, actually had similar tattoos. It is the Ares Aegis
I was afraid of that.
tattoo, and it signifies military service with the Corp. And he fires, and you wake up.
Is waking up getting worse at all?
I'll say it's it's not pleasant, because you don't feel rested. I think you feel a little bit less rested every time you wake up, sort of like a hangover almost, but it's not getting any better.
Fuck. Do it again.
All right. Places set up from rescue.
Get these 3. Give them the whole spiel. Listen to Zane's spiel. Say, haha, fucking told you so. Tell him about fake Connors. He's Ares Aegis.
Oh, well, fuck.
He shot me.
Dick. So.
And the captain, so I don't think the captain's in on it.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, Ares Aegis and Idas hate each other, so it's quite possible. We did find out that this ship is technically Idas, right?
No.
Owned by Idas?
No. Ship is not Idas. Ship
sorry.
is... hold on. I thought I had it in my notes. Omnitrust.
Okay, but still one of the big uns. Like
Yeah.
Omnitrust. Okay. I mean, this could literally just be like corporate sabotage.
Yeah, just corp
It's
shit.
really shitty corporate sabotage, killing literally thousands of people in one fell swoop. But, I mean, what else is new?
Well, time loops are new. Do we think maybe the time loop and the explosion might be related?
I don't know where else it would have come from.
So is it the explosion itself? Like ripping a hole in time space? Or is it like where we're at in space? Or like what?
I'm thinking it's explosion ripping, possibly a hole in time space and resetting the day every time.
Except I don't die by the explosion every time. Last time I got shot, 3 times ago I think, I got hit in the head so hard I died. It was
Well-
before the explosion went off.
Then it might be whatever's causing the explosion. Because you die, but whatever is causing that explosion still happens. It's still there when you die.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing. We don't need to talk about it.
I feel like we need way more drugs or alcohol or something if we're going to continue to have this conversation. So yeah, maybe we'll skip it. But okay.
If we can get fake Connors alone, maybe we can figure out who hired him.
Okay.
Because I'm really pissed that he shot me, but also we might be able to get him on our side enough to figure out what the fuck is happening.
But we don't know what he wants.
So let's ask him.
How do we get him off the bridge?
What's the kind of emergency that would require the first mate's attention?
Well, the captain would have to be incapacitated, and then first mate would assume captain's duties.
But that would just like make him be more on the bridge, right? Like we want to get him off the bridge.
Maybe we
Sid
could get
just has
Heathcliff to
the
do it.
Stupidest thing in my head.
I want to hear about that.
What?
then.
I don't know if I even want to say it on stream. I'll say it later. It's really dumb. I'm on antihistamines. Ignore me. Anyway,
Sid.
Do you think Heathcliff could convince him?
to get off the bridge? Maybe, but what do we tell Heathcliff? Why do we need him?
I don't know. I mean, a gun to the head usually works, but...
I mean, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, okay.
I'm assuming that the first mate has their own quarters, right?
Sure.
And I'm assuming that he would probably be alerted if something or someone were to break into his quarters, right? And he'd probably want to go check it out, especially if he has things that he doesn't want security to find, right?
Well, we've already found some of those. It sounds like. But
Shot?
Maybe we call a security breach in the room where the hitman's got his hostage.
So
Is
he'll
that-
be the one that wants to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't anyone else finding that?
That
That's why Clarity's a smart one.
is a splendid idea.
No, she doesn't let a robot control her arms.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm so intelligent. I've got 3 master's degrees.
Yeah, and I've been arrested 3 times, but I don't think that matters.
And yet both of you just now have your first boyfriend.
Who
I've
said that
al-
was my first?
I've almost died 3
was
times and I've never had a
obvious,
boyfriend, so...
If you just sleep with them, does it count as boyfriends?
No.
I mean, I've had boyfriends before.
We're really doing this right now.
Yeah, no, I didn't really. I just meant for that to be like a quippy one-off thing, but it's okay.
When did Sam start channeling, or when did Chance start channeling my inner thoughts?
It was the
Honest-
face. I read it.
Honestly, I'm not really afraid to die at this point.
Sweetie, you've died like so many times now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also don't want you to die in a loop where we stop the explosion and stop the time loop, because that would kind of suck.
Also concerned about what it's doing to your actual psyche, dying this many times. You already were a little bit of a loose cannon. We don't need you to be more of one.
Oh, if you're worried about PTSD, don't worry, I already had it.
Oh no, I'm just worried about you being not worried about dying at all, ever.
You do realize that PTSD is not like chicken pox. It's not like you get it once and then you don't get it again.
No, I've just had it for so long that it's sort of cope.
Oh, sweetie. Okay.
Is
you
it
think
like
I had a
chicken
nice-
pox where you get it once and then you get shingles later and it's much, much worse?
Yes. What, did you think I had like
Oh.
a nice time growing up?
Oh, actually, okay. In a lot of ways, I guess it is like chicken pox. Shit.
It's not a virus. Can we go?
I would love to not talk about my past, actually. Ask me tomorrow.
The tangents we get off on in this show. It's
Choke's
wonderful.
fucking losing it.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that.
Oh no.
Because I'm starting to think that we might need to have some actual consequences to Choke for the loops that, and there is this cool thing called mental stress in this game.
I've sort of
Oh
been
no, it's
waiting.
my fault.
No, it's a very good point. I'm going to say Choke takes 1 point of mental stress.
It's the drama.
And
I've got
that
3
is-
of these boxes now, so.
And that's going to keep going up every time you die.
Okay.
From this point forward.
Let's not die this time.
Let's try not to die.
Okay.
All right.
So we need the credentialies again. Some of us for the deluxe suites and some of us for crew. Cool.
You can do those
Actually,
again.
we could do the deluxe suites, and then we could all just wait in the hitman room for fake Connors to show up, and then there's 4 of us, and 1 of him. Then we could just spend the hour doing that.
We don't know though that he's even gonna come back, right? Because the dude was like tied up in there for a week, right?
Yeah, I think the assumption though is that if a security alarm goes off there, he's not gonna want anybody else to find actual real Connors tied up in that room.
So we still have to set something off in that room.
Yeah, to get him to.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say
Check
it's
it
not
out.
a logical leap because when the captain said that they were going to be investigating that room, that's when he took out the
Shot
gun
him, yeah.
and then shot
Got it.
Choke.
So it seems like he's pretty sensitive about the subject.
He's a little sensitive about his
It was like he murdered 2 people
Sensitive.
immediately afterwards, so you know,
He's
What
still
a
under
big
a lot.
baby.
a little prickly.
His job is difficult. He's under a lot of stress.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm down. Let's
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, let's do that. So you yeah, you all get, I guess we can just skip to you being in the room. We don't have to do anything else before that.
Because I've gotten us to the room before too. So
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so we're keeping count. Is Clarity still trying to bang Zane in every single loop? Is that still
We gotta have
happening?
some
Yes.
form of continuity, right?
Okay.
That was her plan for the day,
Okay.
and she's sticking to it.
also I've glowed in everyone so far, so
Yes.
that's another.
I assume that some of those are things that we're doing every time now. The glowing, the banging. Okay, we do all that. Choke having a panic attack. I assume at the start of every day. You're not bringing Swin in on all this every time that happens either, because Swin was brought into the loop the first time. I forgot.
No.
Okay.
I don't think Choke is gonna bring anyone outside of this core group in again unless she's like positive that she's solved it.
Okay. That works. So you all go to the room where it happened, and you find not Dr. Connors, First Mate
It's a
Connors.
different person entirely.
It's a very different person.
The different person. You find First Mate Connors there. Do you let him go before you do all this?
I'll let go.
Maybe putting it. Well, oh, so you do let him go.
I don't let him leave the room.
Okay, you do free him and put him somewhere safe. Okay.
Yeah.
And you call in a security alert to the bridge that there's like maybe hitting the emergency button on the room or something like that. On the phone or something
Yeah.
to get staff. Okay.
Do we, real quick before we do that, I think Choke just sort of looks around at anybody and is like, should we be setting like a trap? Do we have any like weird grenades or anything? Or should I just be prepared to tackle this man?
I mean, we have his grenades, right? They're right here.
Yeah, I don't want to like blow up the entire room though. I more meant like we've had some weird ones. No. Okay. I'll just hit him really hard.
That usually works too. Should
Wasted
someone get
that.
like half naked and like pretend they're tied up on the couch to like lure him in under a false sense of security?
I
I'm
would
just
have
saying.
just left Connor tied up if we were gonna do that.
You know me.
Connor's
Well,
getting
I
us
used to
over
get someone naked.
Fuck having a conscience. I feel bad for the guy.
All right. So you wait, setting this ambush, everyone hiding in different places around the room. And you Choke near the door, robot arm ready, and
I
I'd
got
say
3 of
about,
those bad boys now.
about 15 minutes pass, and the doors, and you hear some sound of like footsteps outside, very very soft, and then the door hisses open, and Choke from like the side, you just see like a gun kind of poke into the room as very slowly the fake First Mate Connors begins entering the room.
What kind of gun is it?
It's the same pistol they had before. It looks like it's a blaster. It's the same one that's on the table, just like that one's a backup or something.
Okay.
And it's got like a silent or like a suppressor attachment on the front, probably some other like modifications to it too.
I've got 4 arms. I would like to take the top 2 and grab his head, and the bottom 2 to grab his gun and just smash them together
Oh, smack him in the head with his
own gun.
As you yell, "Stop hitting yourself!"
He'll never
Okay.
see.
He pistol whip himself.
He pistol whipped himself.
I don't know if this is gonna be fight or weapons because you're using a weapon, just not in the traditional
Do
sense.
the-
Intended
Do
way.
the cyber arms count as weapons?
They do count as weapons.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
you can fight. We're gonna resolve this in a roll. So we'll just go ahead and you're gonna fight and roll weapons, I guess, and he's gonna roll just your plain old fight here. Him is
Making sure I don't have a thing for this.
4. All right.
Fuck.
Ooh.
I rolled very well.
Yeah, I rolled a
Holy
4.
shit, you did.
Do we want to do anything to try to?
Do you want to re-roll that? Because that was just
Yeah,
a
it was
shit
really
roll.
bad.
That was a bad roll. It was 3 blanks and a minus.
Yeah, it was really bad. Because I have a +5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Okay. I assume you're invoking one of your.
Yeah, I
abilities
have.
here.
I think I'm gonna invoke itching for a fight.
Okay. A little overzealous here.
Oh my god.
Fuck you, roll.
That's 4 blanks.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you wanted to tie, you could spend another fate point to invoke
I
something.
think
random.
I'm going to, because another one of my aspects is quick temper, quicker trigger finger. So I think maybe he's probably better at fighting because he's a professional hitman, but I think Choke can at least tie with him
And
because she's
I don't know
quick
if-
on the draw.
I don't know if we talked about this, but we're not going to refresh fate points every time y'all die. Just so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
if
just
we're all
haven't
been
used
doing
any
that.
up to this
Okay.
point.
I just wanted to make sure that we all knew that.
I would very much like this to work.
Yeah. So it brings it to
That's
a
a
7. So that would make it a tie ball game.
Can any of us
between-
do something to help? Maybe. Can I
yeah.
invoke screw me, but don't you dare screw my friends to go protect Choke in some manner?
Is that actually one of your aspects?
That's literally one of my
Oh my
aspects.
God.
Yeah. Remember? It was from the whole thing of like I went on the one night stand with the lady and we never called her back.
Right.
That was
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know the rules of this game. Yeah, you can do that.
I really don't know what she could do other than like Choke has them distracted and just as the final icing on the cake, like just baps him on the back of the head with something.
Yeah, I think maybe what happens. Okay, so you can spend a fate point to invoke that, and
Cool.
that'll bump Choke up to a 9, which should be a full success. So I think maybe what happens is Choke, you try to grab, or you do grab with your robot arms, the bottom, his arms with the weapon. But he sort of rolls to the side. He does very quick reactions. You can tell definitely has a lot of combat training and is on par with your own skills. And sort of pivots to the side. And there's a quick exchange with the two of you trying to take control, like where he dislodges, breaks your grip. You grab with another, sort of like the quick, like mid 20-aughts, like Jason Bourne style martial like combat, where it's just a lot of quick movements breaking like between the two of you. And then he ends up coming up with a the gun and has it aimed at Choke for just a second before like Impulse comes over behind and just whacks him with her like purse in the back of the head, and he just stumbles forward for a second, and Choke uses that opportunity to just clock him with all 4 arms on the back of the neck, and he just goes crumpling to the ground.
I did good?
If it works, it works.
Okay. Oh, this is real leather. Shit.
And as you have your mysterious hitman unconscious, I assume tying him up and putting him in the same place that he put the last first mate Connors, preparing for your brief interrogation, as you have probably about 40 minutes before the ship explodes. That's where we're gonna end our session for tonight.
He wanted to make us take his clothes.
You can do it. Y'all begin to take off his clothes.
just for the humiliation of this.
I don't do that.
No.
You
Okay.
don't have to take his clothes. It's fine. It was a joke.
Yeah.
Impulse
y'all-
wants everyone to take their clothes off, but only consensually. So, you know.
Everyone begins to strip so he feels comfortable when he wakes up, so that when you ask him to take his clothes off, he feels okay with it.
See, when did you start reading my mind, Val? No.
And then it's a very different type of interrogation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sally's face.
What does this game become?
I
Night, everybody.
All right. This is what happens when we don't play for 6 weeks. Thanks for watching, everyone. That's where we're gonna end our session for tonight. I'm gonna give y'all all a minor milestone, a minor stone, for your efforts here tonight. It's a good job. That's in the assets tray, which you can now sort and all sorts of good stuff. So y'all can do that while I go ahead and read us out. So thanks for watching, everyone, whether you're watching now or later on the YouTubes. We're back in full swing and very excited to be returned to form, with a slightly more chaotic energy in 20 Rendezvous. The streaming schedule for this weekend is a little different. We won't have a stream tomorrow night. Like I said, Saturday nights, Mistborn will be on hiatus for another 2 weeks, and then should be coming back in full swing then, which I think will be the last week in February, first week in March. How am I planning for March already? The next stream that we will have on the channel actually will be on Sunday for Slaying 201, which Savannah runs. We're playing Monster of the Week, and we're dealing with trauma, like we usually do on that show. Either trauma that we've caused on ourselves or other people. So come join us at 4:00 Eastern time for that. Does anybody have any announcements before we get going? Okay. Well, I am so happy to be back here. The energy level will get back to where it was before. I feel like I've lost all of my streaming stamina over the last couple weeks of being stuck in a hotel.
That's okay. I feel like the four of us had a whole lot of it.
Y'all had a lot of energy. I'll get back there. I appreciate you carrying me for this session. So thank you to my lovely players once again for being here and making this a joy to run. Thank you to everyone out there for watching. We will see you next week, and until next time, good game and good night, Internet.